Good friggin' morning from New England, folks, and welcome back to episode 8 of the So New England podcast. I am your host, Ian Brownhill. I am joined back again by my co-host, RJ Travisano, and of course, behind the camera, our producer, Vin Guarneri.
What's up?
We got a very fun and exciting guest for you today. So without further ado, RJ, why don't you give us our awesome intro?
You got it. I'm back. Here we go. Our guest today is the first for the So New England pod, and we love first-timers. We welcome our first musician to the pod. With 300,000 followers throughout all social media platforms, this Massachusetts native shares their view on what it's like to be a typical New Englander, whether it's one of our amazing sports teams, the weather, or the fact that all New England homes are somehow haunted. Our guest today is sure to spread some positivity and make you laugh, bringing nothing but good vibes to the pod. Today, I'd like to welcome Elijah
Boivin
to the pod. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Thanks for making the trek in all the way down to Little Roadie.
Of course.
All the way out in Western Mass.
Yeah.
Which I feel like always breaks a lot of people's hearts, you say.
It does.
When they find out that you're not actually like in Boston.
Yeah. No. It's dude, wait, I thought you were like Eastern Mass. No. I live down the street. I'm sorry.
Literally, if you say Massachusetts, people forget that literally 90% of it is made up of not Boston. So,
Everywhere else.
Literally
Everywhere
all
else.
of Massachusetts is not Boston. Quite funny. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for jumping on the pod with us. I'm super happy to have you. We got connected a few years ago doing the GS Social Suites, Gillette, Patriots. We've done a lot of cool stuff together. So, and then last night we killed it at the Zach Bryan concert. This poor guy was trying to watch the concert. I'm like, all right, I got this idea for this video. We got to do this. And he was like, I'm just trying to watch the show, man. What the hell? No, you did an awesome job. All right, but enough about my rambling here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, man? Like where you're from, how you grew up, what your passions are. Music, obviously, is something we'd love to dive into.
Okay.
So yeah, just give us the lowdown, man.
First of all, thank you for the introduction. I appreciate that. I wish that was everywhere that I went. That'd be awesome.
We can make that happen.
Yeah. All right. And just record it after. That way I go walk in and I'll just play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Sounds good. Yeah. Elijah Boivin. I grew up in like the Springfield area because I feel like no one ever knows like where Northampton actually is.
Right.
So I just tell people like Springfield area and they're like, all right, still don't know.
Yeah.
But it's all right. Yeah, I just enjoy making videos and content and also making music. I've been making music for a really long time. And
awesome.
the content took off before the music.
Yeah.
So still hoping the music takes off eventually.
Yeah.
We're good, man.
That was your first passion, you would say, is music?
Yeah, music for sure.
Cool. Tell me about your music. Like I've always known that your handle was Elijah Boivin Music, but like you've always like when I first saw some of your videos, which wasn't even the witchcraft stuff, which is witchcraft.
Yeah.
I love that. It was more like the New England stuff. I think the first one I saw was when you had is it California roommate?
Yep.
When your California roommate comes and visit. I love those. Those were great. So
I've actually had people ask and I was like, dude, it's clearly my voice. I don't want to like disappoint you, but no, I don't have a California roommate. Like, do you actually? Is that like, or like the comment section, dude? Like I would just feel so weird because like to be like, this kid's an idiot, and I was like, it's me. I'm the idiot.
Thanks,
you could
pal.
be talking to
Appreciate
me.
it.
I might actually be the idiot, but who knows? The California roommate, man. I was born in California.
oh shit, okay.
Don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
I was like 6 months old. I'm from Massachusetts. Like
Right.
Grew up there, haven't left.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, no, and then I have family out in California, so it was
Nice.
basically just me making fun of them because they don't know what to do when they come here.
Right. Literally. They think it's like a show. They're so entertained, people from the West Coast.
Yeah.
When they're like, do the thing.
Yeah.
Be New England. Do the
the
Boston
thing.
thing.
Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Yeah.
It's
Where's
fine.
your accent?
Yeah.
No one parks their car in the Harvard yard.
Yeah.
It's true. Can't do it.
There's no parking near Harvard.
That's what makes me laugh sometimes. Like now that he's built the following that he has, and I'm sure you experience the same thing, we randomly will be out minding our own business, just having a fun time trying to be humans. And people will do that like, is that the guy? And I usually look for it because I think it's hilarious and I love it because to me,
it's obnoxious, dude.
I try and be obnoxious and I usually succeed, but I think it's great. I love it. I'm like, oh, come on over. Flag him down. It's him. It's definitely him. He's very nice. Trust me. So sometimes it puts him in a bad spot because he's like, shit. And then the voice thing.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that's your real voice.
Yeah.
And in the comments, it's like, are you guys
Wah,
serious?
wah.
So
Now they should know because they've been watching the So New England podcast that it's
yes.
not.
Yeah, no, I feel like, but honestly, dude, I feel bad disappointing people with it.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, because like I feel like everyone's like, oh no, but it's like it's a character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like such like what is it, a farce?
Right.
Right? Did I use that word?
You did.
Right.
That's a great word.
That's a great word.
10 points to Gryffindor.
But yeah, no, so it's like, I don't know, I just feel bad because people like genuinely look upset when I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's not what I sound
Yeah.
like.
I've had the conversation with people that I work with about his accent. They're like, oh, we saw you did the podcast with that guy, from Boston. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about this a little bit. Let's have a conversation. And they're like, wait, his accent's not real. I'm like, are you serious?
Just shattering universes.
Yeah.
one,
And
one
I was like,
person
I
at a
almost
time.
feel bad because I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I just broke that person's heart.
This is why he can't be my manager because this is what he does. He just like disappoints all
I'm
my fans.
very bad at being truthful. I'm a terrible liar. We found that out.
That's
Saturday.
good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is, but nope, can't lie.
So
Too truthful.
so with the music stuff,
Yeah.
tell me about it. Like, what genre do you do? Like, do you play instruments? Like, did you study music? Did you go to school for music? Were you in band? Like, where did the passion come from? Like,
So both parents were musicians.
Oh, okay.
They had a
Oh,
record
that's
deal,
cool.
which is why I was born in California.
okay, cool.
Didn't pan out, but I feel like that kind of stuff is such like it's slim chance to none. It's so saturated, right?
Right.
But they got farther than a lot of people, and they were very happy and fortunate to be in the position that they were. So like I wanted nothing to do with music. My parents did music. I didn't want to be like my parents. Like, who does,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right off the bat, it's like, no, I'm not feeling it.
Right.
They always pushed me to play guitar. Still can't play guitar. But yeah, no, I just when I was like 15 years old, I ended up I dropped out of high school when I was 16
Okay.
years old. I needed a way to pass the time. I got my GED like a week after, and I was like, now what? So
Yeah.
found a job and then just was bored because all my friends were in school still.
Right.
So I just like started rapping, honestly. And I still love to rap. I don't do it. I don't like put rap out anymore.
Yeah.
But like freestyle in the car all day.
Oh, okay, cool.
I did that like half the ride here, honestly. It was
Oh, that's dope.
an hour, 40 minutes, and I was just rapping like,
That's
50,
awesome.
50 minutes.
So it's definitely like rap genre is kind of like what it really is.
That's like what it was. I just like, I'm passionate about like lyricism. I love lyricism,
Gotcha.
wordplay, stuff like that. As far as like what I actually like put out, it's just, I like Joji a lot.
Okay.
It's kind of sad boy stuff. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna lie to you, but it's just like a way for me to vent and be creative and, hopefully reach people in the process of like, hey, it's okay to feel like this and
Yeah.
it's not, you're not completely alone in that, right?
Yeah.
So I do a lot of stuff like that, just like lo-fi type of, I don't know, melodic stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how to describe it. I've never-
No, that makes perfect sense. And honestly, like that's actually so funny because I am definitely like when it comes to music, bro, I'm a sad boy.
Yeah.
How about you?
Me? No.
I love
I
like
listen to no. So I don't know if that was you were trying to poke fun there or if you were being serious.
No.
But I'm going to answer truthfully.
What do you mean?
Either way. So I listen to a lot of music that is not of our language.
Okay.
So like I have a favorite list that's just the Japan Top 100, and I just put that on blast because there's no reason for it, but I like to watch anime.
it's anime.
So it's
That's sick.
like the music that comes with it.
say
So
it
I'm
with
like,
your
perfect.
chest. You're saying it like there's nothing to me. You like anime.
I like anime.
Right, so you listen to cool
I
Japanese
love
music.
that shit.
Yeah.
No,
What about
I
you,
do.
Vin? What's your genre? What do you listen to the most? Would you say?
I don't know. It depends on the time.
You know what it is?
Gangster
Is
rap.
Vin gets caught up in like the trending now. So
I'm
like
a hype
okay.
beast. I
he's like he likes all the
Yeah.
Lil Peep, Lil Door Frame, Lil Couch.
Yeah.
I don't know, Lil Plant, whatever these guys' names are.
No, I've been getting into
Mumble
country
rap.
lately. I thought I'd hate myself, but
Country, yeah. I mean, I got into country.
Slaps.
You a country guy?
I do like country.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to hate country. My dad loves country. He wears cowboy boots year round. I've seen him in sneakers twice my entire life.
Let's
Let's
Sneaker-
go.
Literally,
That's
like
awesome.
I've never seen him not wear cowboy boots aside from those two
lot
times.
ranching.
Yeah.
And one of them was a funeral. So it was like literally like you can't wear cowboy boots to a funeral. I feel that's weird, right? That's weird.
Yeah.
But no, I like country. I had a little bit of a hard time dropping the country accent. I was talking country accent the entire car ride to Zach Bryan.
Really?
Yesterday, yeah.
Oh my
and
gosh,
today I
that's
was
so
like
funny.
thinking about it. I was on the phone and I was like talking with a country accent. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta stop this. I can't do it. But it's fun, man. It's fun.
It is
Say
fun.
it's a bit.
Even when
It's
I
a
was
bit. It's a bit.
when I was doing the
Just doing a
video
bit.
last night, like if you watch back all the clips, every country accent I did was like a different type. Like it was like really harsh, it was really twangy once, and it was like really like
Castillo style,
molasses one time. Like it was
That's what you.
I couldn't figure
everybody,
out how to
you
do
gotta
the
reach
country
it, though.
accent, but I think that almost hopefully made it funnier. But
It was good, man. I liked the video. It was good.
thank
It came
you,
out
I
awesome.
appreciate it.
Of course.
Tried to be creative with it, but
Yeah.
no, sad boy music. I'm like all about it. Like I don't know. I like to feel emotion when I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
Like I like music that moves me. So like for me, sad music is like, oh, this is sad music. Like, no, not really. Like this person's talking about some serious shit. Like
Yeah.
I like some of my favorite songs are like most people like they get sad about.
Yeah.
I put on have you heard the new Jelly Roll song?
He
I'm
gets
not
me.
okay.
He gets me.
I haven't heard that one.
But Vin, if you can pull it up, maybe like put it near the microphone. But it's like it's a good song, but like I am not okay, I believe, by Jelly Roll. It's a trying song, but like I heard it on TikTok. I was like, this is fire, and I put it on like my playlist. My fiance was like, I'm playing it, and I'm just like sitting on the couch. My fiance's like, Ian, your life is not that bad, okay? Like you're fine. Like this is a bit dramatic. I'm like, I just like the song. I mean, of course, like lyrics speak to you in your own capacity.
Of course.
but yeah. What kind of music did your parents play or produce?
Honestly, so like it was more so rock than anything.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
Like rock and roll, hardcore rock.
yeah.
Okay, or
Yeah,
alternative.
my mom loved punk music growing up.
Oh, I
right?
love
So
that. Like Avril Lavigne. Well, I mean, not her genre, but
yeah.
you know Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
My man spit some bars to begin with.
yeah.
Are you the next Jelly Roll?
Dude,
Rapping and then you
If I
move
could.
into lyrics and you start singing a little country,
If I
pop
could.
country.
I would love it.
I could
would
see that
love it.
happening. I totally
think-
cut you off, by the way. So rock
No,
and
you're
roll
good.
for your mom.
Yeah, and then they were in a band together. So like my mom, she performed on some show that I wasn't unfamiliar with, and it's God, Solid Gold. So it was like back in the '80s, right? She
Okay.
loved the '80s. But yeah, so it was like that, kind of just I don't know. I don't even know what you would call it. It was just rock and roll. Like I never listened to my parents' music. I feel like a horrible kid, but like it was just like I don't know. It just wasn't.
I don't know any kid that listens to their parents, let alone their music. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So you get it, man. No, but it's like that's my mom, right? It's not like
Yeah.
I saw her on a stage and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like,
Right.
I don't want to see her like this. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, no. So it was like just heavily like rock influence and stuff like that.
Badass. That's cool.
Sweet.
That's really cool. So, how did the music translate into content? Like, when did content start for you? When did you think, like, I'm gonna make a TikTok? Like, how did you get into that?
I was really bored during COVID,
Yeah.
and that was just like, yeah, dude, COVID. Like honestly, I was getting anxiety attacks every day.
Yeah.
And I needed an outlet, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I need to do something that I can still like try and connect with like society because I can't leave my house, right? And like TikTok was a thing. That was the first time I ever like been on TikTok. Never knew what it was. And like I just hopped on and saw a bunch of random videos. Like everybody went down a rabbit hole. I was on there for like 5 or 6 hours a night, and just like 3 a.m. Okay, well, like now what?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, just sleep deprived and anxious, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna make a video.
yeah.
And that's like kind of what it was. Just like I think the first one I ever did was things that the world can thank Massachusetts for, right?
Love
and
that.
like that
Oh,
was
that's cool.
But like I threw on the accent so heavy.
Yeah.
And then like it took off, like not immediately, but it took off. So it was like
Right.
slowly, but like I was like, all right, well now I just got to keep the accent going.
Yeah.
And then like I like phased it out, and someone was like, "What happened to your accent?"
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Okay, sorry. And
Yeah.
then, like went back into it. But, so but yeah, no, it was just like COVID.
Yeah. So was that your plan? Did you feel like, or was it just kind of like, all right, if this takes off, it takes off. If not, I'm just using this as something to do, something to take my mind off things.
Yeah, I literally like had no, no expectation of it taking off. Right,
Good
like
for you.
absolutely no. I was just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
Like I went to I ended up going to a community college after. Like I realized, all right, I'm working in a place I don't want to work anymore. So did that, and then I went for communications in like arts and media.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, all right, I love making videos.
yeah.
Love doing art, stuff like that. Anything creative, I like try to dabble in. And that was just like a thing that I got to do was like, all right, well, I can use this and just put it out.
Yeah.
But it was literally just trying to like not go crazy inside my
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
But yeah, no expectations of anything taking off, and I'm glad and extremely fortunate that it did. Like, I've done some really cool stuff because of it, but like from the jump, I just putting it out to put it out.
Yeah.
Right. That's so cool.
Yeah, that really is cool.
All right. So you gotta tell me, where did Witchcraft come from? How did that get started?
All right. So I moved into this really old apartment, and I was with my ex, and every single time, like as soon as we took the tour, like, you ever been in like a New England basement, obviously. So it's like you see like the chicken wire, like cells in an apartment building. It's just creepy, right? It's creepy.
New England cellars are like, get me out of the cellar right away.
Yeah. So not having it. Wood stairs, easily falling through, like, exposed rock, crumbling, everything. So we were like looking at it, and we were like touring this apartment. I really liked it. They had a wine rack. We didn't even realize that there was no cabinets in there. Like, there was no drawers to like put stuff. We moved in and realized we had to buy an island to put like silverware in.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Oh, snap.
blinded by that, yeah. But so like we were taking this tour, and we were like looking, and there's like someone spray painted. It must have been like a knife set, like on the concrete slab of like a floor. Like the rest of it was dirt. There was like one concrete like slab, and that's where they like spray painted knives. So I was like, all right, this place is for sure haunted. It's
Yeah,
creepy.
that's kind of creepy. What?
So someone spray painted Jack with a backwards like J too, like on the thing in like the place where we would keep our stuff. So just like right off the bat, the vibes were just no good.
Yeah. This does not sound like good vibes.
No, dude. But again, they had a wine rack in the kitchen, and I was like, damn, I need that. I don't even drink, but like I need that. It's fancy. So then we like moved in, we got the apartment, and like immediately just like things started falling. All my shoes fell off the rack except for like, her stuff never got touched. And I was like, damn, it's probably a ghost.
That's wild.
And I was like thinking about it, and I was like, but like who would haunt this place? And I was like thinking even more, and I was just like, okay, well, it's not going to be like someone my age, right? It's going to be like a pilgrim. Like, this place is old. It's ancient. So, like, that's kind of where it came. And I was just like, all right, well, what would pilgrims, like, find just, like, crazy?
Right.
And, like, it was the microwave, dude. The microwave, like, that, turning a light on, like, immediately, not, like, lighting, you know what I mean?
Right,
Yes.
lighting a candle or something.
So, yeah, and then I was like, all right, well, that'd be witchcraft for them.
Yeah.
Oh my
And then I just
gosh.
tried to get as high-pitched as a voice as
Yeah.
I could, and
That was genius.
that was it.
Can we get one for the episode? Can we get one from you?
Witchcraft. Dude, I'm still like,
Still
my
lost your
voice
voice?
is- yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta like go into it from like another thing. I can't just do the witchcraft
Yeah.
anymore. I gotta like talk like
You gotta
so
you gotta condition your
I'm
voice.
just gonna do that in witchcraft. Like
There.
I can't. Yeah, so it's a little bit better, but
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I was going to
that so
say,
good.
speaking of rabbit holes, when I was catching up on you, because we had just recently met too.
yeah.
I was going to say, we met at the Tom Brady Hall of Fame game,
Oh, that's right, yep.
Not the game, but
Induction to the
induction.
Patriots Hall of Fame.
Best night of my life.
Uncultured swine.
Yeah, best night ever. Because I had met a few people from doing this, but obviously I am not in the circle. I'm in the outer circle, but I get to come in every now and again with my friend here.
When he behaves.
So seeing all you guys, I was like, wow, this is great. And it was funny because the only people that did I know? No, because I hadn't met the Coonies yet.
Kevin Ash.
Kevin and Ash. I haven't met them.
Yep.
But yeah, so it was really cool. And then I think you were the only person that I had like a conversation with that night because I was just in such awe. Not only was Tom there, but everybody else. So when I went home, I did my deep dive, and then he was like, "Oh, he's gonna be our next guest," and I was like, "My research is done. I'm good.
Let's go.
This is awesome. I was ready. Let's go." So yeah, like the witchcraft thing and some of your videos, they just had me dying because I was like, you had one where you like tried to catch the microwave right before it hit one.
Dude, always.
I laughed at that so hard because I was like, someone finally gets it.
Yeah, all the time. I love that.
I do it at work because people get mad that you have who lifted at one.
Stop trying to edge the microwave.
Yeah.
We probably should have kept you muted for that.
Back on mute you go. That's good.
Oh my gosh, that is
Yes.
so funny. Yeah, so I love the witchcraft stuff. You know what actually is like might actually be like my favorite of like the small tidbits that you've done is whenever you get into the car when it's hot and you burn yourself on the metal of the belt of the seat belt. The first time you did that where you were like, ah, and you like just kind of like screamed and like fell over. We'll probably put an insert clip here so people can see it. But
Ow! I just burnt my thigh meat. Probably what the Wicked Witch felt like. I'm melting. It literally feels like I just took a shower that I was unaware of. I don't want to touch anything metal. Go, go, go. What's the elbow crease called? Because that's sweating. This has got to be what a rotisserie chicken feels like.
But oh my god, I don't know why, but I just like I found like I probably laughed for a solid minute and a half.
He goes,
Like,
"Oh,
I
my
just-
thigh meat," and dude, I died.
What happened?
He goes, "Oh, my thigh meat."
Oh,
I
my thigh
cracked
meat,
up.
yeah.
I laughed so hard at
No,
that.
man, you
be
take like
careful,
such
man.
a fun,
That
creative
was
approach,
great.
like, and the reason why like I think I enjoy
Oh.
it so much is because it genuinely looks like you're having a lot more fun with your content than I do with mine. Like I've been doing mine for such like a extended period of time now that like I've gotten to the point where I'm semi stressed out while I'm making it
Yeah.
because like I just want it to be so good, and I would love for my audience to really appreciate the effort I put in and pick up on the tidbits of how I move or little things that I say, or you know. So when I watch yours, I'm like, honestly, it looks like he's just having a good time. I got to get back to just like having a good time making my content. So
No, dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I generally try to. In a hot car, it is a lot harder to have fun, but it is. It's definitely like I don't know. I don't go in with a plan.
yeah,
If it feels right, it feels right. But other than that, man. But like, I don't know. I really try not to overthink it.
Yeah.
Because every time I put so much effort into something, genuinely, like I want it to do so well.
Right.
And just it doesn't.
Yeah.
And like it kills. It's
Kills.
just like a little bit of my like soul. I'm just like, damn.
kind of feel that way about my Zach Bryan video, if I'm being honest. Like it just hasn't performed very well. Algorithm's been
Might take a
algorithm.
day.
But you know what it is? It's just my expectations because my Taylor Swift one when I did that killed so
That
much.
one was crazy.
That like, but I'm also like, okay, Zach Bryan's audience is probably gonna be like, what an idiot. This is whereas Taylor Swift's was like, oh my god, we have a new Swiftie.
Yeah.
So makes sense. They're a lot more on social media than you know
yeah.
most, you know, whatever. But do you have a favorite type of content that you create, like of all the ones that you wish you did more of, or some new content that you've been like thinking about trying and you haven't done yet?
Honestly, probably the witchcraft one. And as weird as it is, like I feel weird because I dress up like in an Amazon Pilgrim costume, right? Like that, it was the best $20.
You're talking to the wrong crowd, pal. I wear Captain America, Spider-Man. I dressed up like
Yours look
This
legitimate.
list goes on.
Yeah.
This list goes on for days.
yeah, I
We'll
was
be
gonna
here for
say
a
I got
while.
the Bucky Barnes. I've got
Cut him off.
the
He
guy
doesn't
from
like
Reno
it. It's gonna go all
911.
day.
Dude, first of all, I love that.
New boot goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot goofing.
You have a
Geralt from The Witcher.
Yeah. You have a
Geralt.
lot.
Yeah. I got a lot. So
What the
Your
effort
Pilgrim?
that you put
Love that.
into it,
yeah,
like, is crazy, right? So
Yeah.
like that looks legitimate. Mine, the hat is like crinkled.
that's what makes it
It's
great.
like
Yeah, but
cardboard.
that's what makes it hilarious.
Dude,
It's
I'm just
gold.
saying, I'm gaining a little weight. I'm starting to fill out that costume a little bit more. So it's like I might need to get a size up, dude, because the pantaloons aren't fitting quite like they used to, man.
I had that with my first Duncan onesie. I like went to go drop down and do a dance move in it, and one of the things, and I texted my Duncan people, and I was like, so yeah, medium doesn't fit, and they sent me a large one. So large doesn't fit. It's because I'm all ass. I'm like all ass and thigh. So I just like I rip jeans and everything like nobody's business.
That's all right, man.
Yeah, TMI.
right.
But
No, I strive to be that, man. My thighs they're lacking. I got big calves and no thighs, dude. It's so
yeah,
weird.
but you got sick tattoos everywhere, so it makes it look a lot cooler.
I got another one the other day and I keep scratching it.
Oh,
Forgetting
where'd you
about
get it? On the.
Yeah, man, just a
Wow.
little spray paint smiley face. So
Oh, that's cool.
That was a lot harder to say than I should have been. But
Okay, that's all right.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, no.
So, like,
oh, okay,
go
my
ahead,
bad. No, go ahead.
You're the host.
No,
Get
it's
after
okay.
it.
Get
You
after
sure?
it. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you have your music,
Mhm.
you have your content creation, but I overheard you say on the way in, you are one of us. You have a day job. You're not a full-time
yeah.
content creator. I mean,
Not
you
yet, not
are,
yet.
but you're not. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, man. I worked at a bank and I absolutely hated it.
Oh my god.
Like,
Bro,
Why
I
does
say this all
everyone-
the time. Elijah and I have had such insanely similar paths to how we've gotten here.
I was in banking for 8 years.
honestly, good for you, man.
Yeah.
We always
for
we
you.
always make fun of him because he always brings up banking in some capacity every episode. So I was in banking. So
Every-
Vin and I just give each other the eyes.
Are you guys making fun of me? That's not cool.
All right, so you were in banking for a little bit.
6 out of the
Same.
8 weeks of
Branch
training.
manager there.
Okay, I not anywhere near that.
I was a bank teller, and I was
Okay.
also a banker for a little bit too. I worked, yeah. So
That's awesome.
No, I
Yep.
drank the Kool-Aid
And all
for
the
a
credit in
little
the world.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't do it.
It was a good job. I didn't mind it that much. It wasn't that hard. People I worked with were cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was in a room alone and
wow.
doing the training videos, man. And it was like, honestly, I've been saying 6 out of 8 weeks. It might be closer to 4. It didn't last long,
Yeah.
man. It was like, I was driving home one day and I was like, I'm miserable. Like, what would be a cool job? And like, I spaced out. I got back to like my apartment. My girlfriend at the time was like, the hell's wrong with you? Like, you okay? You're just like sitting there. And I was like, nah, dude. If I'm going to the job again, I'm not coming back tomorrow. Like, I'm just going to keep driving and I'll figure it out. Like, she's like, all right, we'll quit. And so I quit and like enrolled in, cosmetology and like barber school. Like next day, because I was just like, I'm over it. And I figured like I can get all the tattoos I want. I can do whatever I want with my hair. I get to talk to people, get to do something creative, and hopefully the most important thing is like make people feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I been like 2 years of just cutting hair and absolutely love it still, man.
Good
That
for
was
you.
a good job.
Are you rent a chair, or do you have
It's like-
you aspiring to get your own spot or anything like that, or just for
Eventually, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so like new in it still. Like 2 years is like not a long time to do anything, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess depending on what you are doing, but like for a career, 2 years in the grand scheme of things, not that long.
Entry level,
Exactly.
as they say. Or whatever. Stupid.
Classic. But no, I basically I just, eventually would like to open up a shop at some point. Not anytime soon though. I'm happy with where I'm at, man.
Good for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
So
I
that
cut
was-
hair too.
Oh, what's that?
I'm just saying, like that's what I'm saying. We have such.
What's that?
I want to be very clear that I am not
Mute him.
responsible for
Mute
this
him.
man's hair loss.
Yes, you are.
Now he was my test dummy. I'll tell you what happened. When we were in like 7th
Mute him.
grade, when we were in 7th grade,
This is all
he
his
needed to
character.
shave
This
his
is
head
all a
before
bit.
football practice, or 8th grade.
Shave my head?
Yes,
Not shave it.
bro, we needed to shave his head. Maybe like a 3 on top,
No. It was like
3 all around, maybe.
3-2-1. 3-2-1 deal.
Right. His mom, well, I used to be a hairdresser, right? So she was like, I've got clippers. Ian can do it. So I did it, and I was like, yo, this was cool as shit. I had a good time. So then I slowly did his hair more and more, and then I convinced more and more friends to be test dummies, and my God, did I screw up some heads.
Including
And,
mine.
I feel like
No,
you
I
got
t-
it though. You got to pay your dues.
Yeah, you got to pay your dues. And I started cutting my own hair and learning it that way. Senior year, did a apprenticeship for my senior project. So I learned how to cut with scissors from the woman that owned her.
She was cool.
Yeah, she was really cool. And I had just like an awesome time. And I learned how to do it all. And then I started working for a barbershop, and I cut hair probably until I was about 20. Yeah, almost 21. So from middle school to 2021, I cut hair. And I actually revisited again when I was like 23 working for a shop. I still cut, every once in a while. Well, not anymore.
Well, you cut
I'll
it,
do his beard.
You cut it for
But I
my
cut like my
wedding.
brother's hair. I still cut my own hair. I'll cut Vince's hair if his barber's not around. I love it, man. I love, same reason. Like I just loved cutting hair. I thought it was so cool. Like I love making people feel better. I love the artistic aspect. I love the energy in a barbershop when like the vibes are cool. We used to have like an Xbox. People be playing Xbox, putting money on it, and shit. Like that was so cool. I love the vibe there. The only thing that sucked, honestly, was like physically, like my back is jacked up,
100%.
and I didn't even cut for that long. So that part definitely kind of sucks. Is like it physically takes a toll to be using one hand and standing in a position for 8 hours a day every day. So or more. But anyways, yeah. So like I said, content creators, worked in a bank, barber's license. You guys know that I secretly have a rap album that no one's ever heard.
Do you really?
I freestyle like nobody's business.
All right, can I?
I've got the files. I'm going to leak it.
Don't do it. All right.
Can't
Truth be-
tease it
truth-
like that.
Truth be told, I don't have a record, and I don't have an album to put out. But I used to freestyle with my friends in the car all the time. They would beg me to stop. So
on to the next question. Go ahead. Please don't.
no, go ahead. You had one.
No, I asked mine. I cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So if you weren't doing the barbering and you weren't doing content, like what else would inspire you? Like what would you be doing?
Acting probably.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that you think that stems from the content creating?
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to do that, man. I love movies.
Yeah.
And it just like
Ooh, we
again-
love this. Now we're gonna get juicy. What's your favorite
we go.
genre?
favorite genre. Ooh, I like a good drama, man.
I love that.
Ooh.
I
You guys are
love
two peas in a
comedy.
pod.
I just
like
realized you
drama.
kind of look like Casey Affleck a little bit.
I've gotten that, and I've gotten like Kmart Daniel Radcliffe. I've gotten. That's like the mass whole Harry Potter. That's where that came from, dude. Someone commented and be like, "Yo, you look like Kmart Daniel Radcliffe." And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
Damn.
You're way too sexy to look like Daniel Radcliffe.
Appreciate you.
Can that guy even grow
blush
a
over
beard?
here,
No
man.
offense to Harry Potter, but like, nah,
He's
you're way
also
too
a
good looking for that.
zillionaire.
Yeah, no, that
He's got that going for
that
him.
would have. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be
that'd
happy
be
with
nice.
that
But
part.
you were right though. He's much more handsome.
Half a zillion would be good for me.
Guys, that's what I'm saying, man. The intro
Yeah,
boosting my
Gotcha.
confidence.
that's what we're here for,
about.
man. Dudes helping dudes.
How do you think he gets all that confidence to do the stuff he does? Right
Literally,
Yeah. Okay.
it's this guy right here.
I like it, man.
My whole life.
here?
hyping
Got
me
you
up.
guys.
That's awesome.
Anyways, so so your favorite genre is drama.
I think so. Yeah.
Give me some of your favorite
Yeah, let's
movies.
hear it.
All right. Honestly, right off the bat, dude, you gotta Goodwill Hunting.
Oh
First
my
of all,
gosh, how you like
classic.
them
I'd feel like a
apples?
horrible person from Massachusetts if I didn't like Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, great.
Fire movie.
R.I.P. Ryle Williams.
Yeah.
The goat.
No, dude, that's the thing, man. Like, it's just so sad. But like the happiest people,
Yeah.
right? Like, but I mean, let me try to think. Honestly, that's a loaded question because I feel like there's so many different aspects of different movies that
Right.
I love.
Right.
I would say Goodwill Hunting. Drawing a blank, man.
That's okay.
Drawing
What about a
blank.
TV
How about
show?
do you have like a comedy? Oh,
Sorry.
Comedy,
and
Step
TV
Brothers.
show.
Step Brothers, TV show, Peaky Blinders, for sure.
What'd I tell you? Me and this guy. When's your birthday?
July.
Damn,
Holy shit, July
I thought
what?
he was gonna say
7.
January.
Oh, you fucked up my joke.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Damn. I was gonna convince him that we had the same birthday for a
Fucked
second.
up. This is why I'm not.
Honestly, I
good at
probably would have
content
believed you. I'm pretty gullible. I'm like really gullible. Like it's not good. It's really not good.
That's all right. All right. So favorite TV show, Peaky Blinders.
Yep.
Comedy, Step Brothers, which is also my favorite comedy.
Yeah.
That's
That's ours as a
crazy.
whole.
Classic. You can't do it.
just
Did
become
we?
best
How about like an action movie?
Action movie.
Wait. If you say that, all right. If you get this correct,
Oh,
we gotta. This is crazy. Okay. I'm just curious. They know what my favorite action movie is,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
series. I'm very curious. You don't.
It's a series. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So I'm already feeling like you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
don't have the same one if it's not a series for you.
Nah, it's probably.
I really thought maybe we were twins and separated at birth. Now you kind of look like Cillian Murphy. Now that I'm thinking about Peaky Blinders, you kind of have
Kind of
that.
look like
that-
that
I'll
Dean
take it.
Brownhill guy on TikTok.
I just didn't pierce my nose
Twice. Got two of
twice.
them, yeah,
Oh,
just
that's
pop, pop.
right. Wow,
But
You got the
um,
schnoz for it.
I do.
that's actually I was really afraid to pierce my nose.
Really?
My ex
You
girlfriend was
pull
like,
it off.
"Thank you."
You
My
do.
ex girlfriend was like, "Dude, you got too big of a nose. You're drawing attention to it."
Damn, that's
And I
why.
didn't
That's
do it
why
for
we call her
years.
the ex.
Different one. I've had a few, so
Oh, okay.
it's not great. Not
Well,
not
to say
happy
your
about
nose
it,
is in the right shape, like just hype it up. Let them try it.
Yeah. No, and it took me years to do that, man. But like, anyway, no. So,
Favorite
action
action?
movie.
Yep.
Honestly, probably The Town.
Wow. Also,
I do like
great
Town.
movie.
He's a purebred.
Great
But
movie.
This guy's a purebred.
if I wasn't going strictly like Massachusetts, Boston actors, probably, dude, I love Tokyo Drift. I really do.
Let's go!
I love
That's
Tokyo Drift.
that's my favorite, dude. Fast and Furious. Let's go!
Love Tokyo Drift.
This is crazy, dude.
That's the one I'm on because I'm rewatching them because I haven't watched the last like 2 or 3
Okay.
because you lose track of time. You're like, wow, they really made that many more shit. So started them over to catch up and see where everything was going, and I'm watching them in chronological order. So now I know Tokyo Drift is the second or third one, but I'm watching it how it's supposed to happen. So
Okay. All right. So
chronologically,
you're way ahead
Yeah.
then, right?
yeah, I'm almost caught up to
I
where
hate the way he's doing it.
Yeah,
It was
like
all
Star Wars,
honestly.
right?
It was all by mistake because he watched the thing where he found out that Han was still alive and all that kind of shit. So.
Spoiler alert.
I was just gonna say, well, I just got.
Oh
to that.
shit!
No, I'm kidding.
Oh no! Billy, oh my God! Did I screw it up for you too?
Well, I just got to
Also,
that part.
he's been back for like 4 movies, so like that's kind
Yeah,
of on
that
you.
kinda
That was
threw me,
back in 2017. So
That really threw me.
Yeah.
That would be on me.
all right. So you want to be an actor? You like the dramas. What is your favorite role? Like what? Excuse me, dream role?
Dream role.
Television show, comedy, movie, drama, like whatever it is.
Probably a comedy movie, man. I like making people laugh. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like when I used to have such bad anxiety, and I still do, but like I used to not know how to cope with it, right? So like my anxiety as a kid, I would literally, I'd call my mom like almost every day. I was best friends with the school nurse, man, and she got my name wrong every single time I laughed. So like that, you were like Boivin, exactly it, man. I was Elijah Boivin there.
Yeah.
I was Eli Boivin there because there was like I didn't like Elijah.
Oh, okay.
But, so I would call her, and then I'd just like she'd come and get me because I'd be like freaking out. And then we lived like right next to a Blockbuster, And she would just be like, "Do you want to go get a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I was fine as soon as I left school.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I would watch Ace Ventura like almost every day, like religiously. I loved that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Nature Calls.
Nature's
Like,
when
yeah,
nature
yeah.
calls, right?
I like the first one too, but When Nature Calls, it's.
I have a funny story for you about When Nature Calls, the movie, of course.
Yeah, we don't want to tell that story.
Yeah. So my father took so I'm the youngest of three. I've got two older brothers, and my middle brother, his name's Sullivan. My father took him to see the movie when he was 4 years old, 5 years old. I don't know the exact timeline on that, but he was too young to be at that movie. So obviously, Jim Carrey talks out of his buttocks. My brother went to school the next day, stood up on the desk, and started talking to the class. And mind you, he was going to like a Catholic elementary, like preschool situation. He started talking out of his butt. Called my mom. My mom goes, "I'm sorry, what?" And that's how she found out that my dad took him to the movies. And my brother got, suspended or expelled, which like, how do you do that to like a toddler? But anyways, yeah, so great movie.
That was the part, though.
A gangster.
That part's iconic, dude. You can't.
Yeah.
100%.
Everyone done it at one point or another, right?
So you would drop yourself in as Ace Ventura, you think? Like,
no, probably not. No, just like that kind of comedy, man. I really like physical comedy, like Chris Farley. Chris Farley throwing himself on tables, man.
That.
Just
that
unmatched.
guy in a little shirt.
Dude, Melissa McCarthy too, man.
I love Melissa McCarthy.
She slays it.
She is so. Have you ever watched This Is 40?
Yes.
And have you ever seen the blooper reel when they just let her riff? And Paul Rudd and Sarah Mann just like sit there while she's just riffing and riffing. She's like, "I just cut your head off. I just put it on a stick."
Dude,
everyone
underrated
hates
movie.
you, Jill. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Underrated movie too. This Is 40 is a great movie, man.
Literally.
Love Paul Rudd.
Am I getting her name right? Is it No, it's not Leslie Mann, is it? I think it is. Leslie Mann is one of my favorite. I think I've said that on the podcast already.
Yeah.
But
We talked to
she's one
Demo.
of my favorite female like comedy actresses.
100%.
She's so freaking funny. But that's so cool. So Peaky Blinders though, are you Arthur guy or Tommy guy? I mean, I'm like both, but like
Tommy.
obviously Tommy.
Probably
right?
Tommy. Yeah.
Are you hyped about the movie, or do you feel?
Dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm like super pumped, but I'm also like kind of scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
And am I being repetitive? Did I talk about this already? Okay, so the
New pod, new guest.
the reason why I'm feeling a little bit nervous is because I love the show so much, and yes, there's more to tell, but a good reference is Downton Abbey, and I'm not sure if you ever watched that, but they made a movie after they finished the series. And first of all, they edit, they produce, and they shoot with different cameras for movies than they do for television shows. So when you spend 6 seasons watching a show and it looks a particular way, and all of a sudden it changes, it throws you off a little bit.
Definitely.
And then when you're in a movie, that means that it has to end. So how much can you fit into it? Like, I feel like that's what I've grown to enjoy about TV series is the fact that, like, really, it won't end until until, ABC or NBC or Hulu, Netflix say, yeah, your funding is done, so kill the show. You basically just kind of keep going. So what stinks is the fact that, like, it has to be the last one. I doubt they're going to make another movie because the story is kind of over, but there's just enough left where it's like, so I'm like nervous because like Downton Abbey, in my opinion, like they kind of ruined their series. Like the movies are very subpar. Yeah. But and I'm afraid that it might. But again, considering how well it's done, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of money, a lot of people like put into it. It just makes me nervous.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. That's the thing, man. It's just such like I hated it at first. I like forced myself to watch.
Oh, no kidding. Okay,
the first season because it was just so slow. Like the first like couple episodes, I just felt like, all right, like where's this going?
Right.
And then but now it's like one of my favorite series. I mean, dude, how can it not be?
Right.
Right. Like it's just so well written. There's so many good cast members in it.
Right.
Like
every season gets better too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like the aesthetic of it too. Like the aesthetic is crazy.
Yeah. They do a good job with the concept of what it is and then like evolving
Each episode.
Each episode, but then each season as well.
Yeah. And I like that they start to like slowly put some history into it too.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
It is. No, I love that show, man. It's that and The Sopranos. I used to watch The Sopranos. Like,
Yeah.
I just binged that. In college.
There you go. Now you got Vin. He's like, oh, tell me about the cutlets. My
It's
boy
such a good
Vincenzo,
show,
tell me about the cutlets and the pasta and the sauce.
Jenny Cuts.
Yeah, big Italian guy over there. Sopranos
love
is
it.
like, that's his god. He watches Sopranos before he goes to church.
I probably rewatched about.
I was gonna say that is his church.
Question: do you own a sweatsuit?
No, I own an Italian jacket, but
Yeah.
not the full.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
stopped myself
picturing
from
you
getting
need a
the bits.
velour sweatsuit, man.
Yeah.
No, I'd be sweating. I'd be dripping.
That's
True.
all right.
Bachelor party. Make him wear the velour suits.
Oh,
Get him one for each day.
Yeah, 100%.
With the cheeseburger chest hair hanging out.
green, red, blue.
I love that.
Hell
Perfect.
yeah.
Fantastic. So I'm curious, would you be open to talking a little bit about the mental health stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Cool, because we haven't done anything like that on here before, and I think that'd be kind of fun. You've been talking, you've mentioned a few times that you suffered from anxiety, which sounds like it started at a pretty young age.
Yeah.
Again, not to be funny here, but on a more serious note, I also started at a pretty young age. I had my first panic attack when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
So, talk to me a little bit about like what you have experienced, kind of what you've gone through. You said you're better now at like coping with it.
Yeah.
So, just kind of open up and the floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like ever since I was in probably like first or second grade, man, I would get like really bad anxiety. I hated school, didn't want to go, cry every morning before I went. And like I would usually end up in the nurse's office by like 11 o'clock. Once recess hit, I was good. And then like back after recess, I was struggling a little bit. But it was just like genuinely just so terrifying. And I remember feeling that way.
Yeah.
Right. But like it was all through school. That's part of the reason why I didn't finish like high school. Like, what is it? I don't even know the word.
Is it
for
like a social anxiety? Do you like, is it being around
No.
people that makes you uncomfortable, or is it?
No, not at all, man. I love being around people.
Yeah, I was
It's-
just curious.
Yeah, yeah.
So would you, I mean, I'm just trying to kind of inquire deeper if that's all right.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything like that, but,
Open book.
yeah. So I guess it's, would you say it's like when you're in a place where there are expectations of things,
It's
like knowing that you have to meet demands of people and like,
that
like for school,
yeah.
that was always tough for me, is like meeting people's expectations and demands.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It was it's like a combo. It's like that, and then I think honestly, like I feel trapped. If I feel like I can't leave a place,
Yeah.
that like gives me anxiety because it's like, all right, well, what if this happens? I'm like, oh crap, okay, well, what if that happens because of this happening? And like,
Gotcha.
so it's like really a sense of feeling trapped. And like school, you got asked to do anything, so it was like, all right, I'm stuck in this desk, and like that was it.
Okay,
So
I
like,
gotcha.
so it was just like that, and then as I got older, I kind of like learned a little bit better, like how to cope. Sports helped a lot.
Yep.
So like I played baseball through like adolescence and up until like junior year, which is why like I was still in school. Like I just wanted to play sports. I wanted to hang out with friends. I didn't care academically. And looking back, man, I wish I tried a little harder in school.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Same.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Dude, you had like A's. Shut up.
Did you really?
He was a good
I can
student.
see it, dude.
He was a good student.
I had A's and B's, but it was one of those things
That's good.
where I was getting those in, like, how there's those, what are they, AP classes or honors? I never did any of that. And I still don't believe in that. I really don't. Like, if I'm fortunate enough to have kids, I don't want them to do that. I want them to be able to leave school, and that's it. They had 8 hours of school.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't need to come home and do 3 more hours of homework.
Right.
Let them be
that's-
kids
that's a
or
lot.
play sports, because I think we can all attest to it. Sports have helped us out a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I mean, I played sports all year round. So I was 12 season athlete in school. Not saying I was good. I did a lot of stuff. So
He
don't
got most
start-
athletic, is what he's trying to tell you. That was his
Oh,
superlative.
that's right. I forgot. all about
Okay.
that.
Most athletic in high school.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't let
Ask
the- don't
ask
let
him
the
to run a
ground
100-meter
fool-
dash now.
I'm right there.
Pulls
with
his
you, dude. I
hamstring
got
like
way
a
to go
guitar
upstairs,
string.
bro.
Ah!
Yeah. But I cooked him in Tampa. Don't let him fool you.
He did.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I want
He's
to know the
fast.
backstory of that after. but
fast.
yeah.
He real fast.
Fastest guy alive.
I was so sore the next day, and all we did was run down the street at like 3 a.m, and I was so sore.
Dude,
That's
the
all we
thing.
did.
Shouldn't have been doing that in the first place.
That's, you know what? That's all right. Sometimes you just got to run down
About
the street.
7 or
3
8
a.m.,
high
man.
noons.
That'll do it.
Tried to sprint.
That'll-
It was a bad idea.
You know what? The part that hurt the most though wasn't my legs. It was my arms from trying
to get the-
trying to the momentum. It's so stupid. I just couldn't believe it. It's like, why do my triceps hurt so bad? What is wrong with me?
Just flexing.
Yeah,
Love it.
dumb.
So, as far as your approach to like your coping mechanisms with dealing with it, What have you tried? What have you experienced? Like, are you someone that is for medication, against it, kind of indifferent? Like, have you tried it yourself?
Yeah.
Meditation? Have you gone to therapy? Those type of things. I'm curious.
All the above, buddy.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you've tried a
nah,
little bit
it's,
of everything.
yeah, I mean, God, I don't know when I like went on medication, man. It was like, I remember being on Prozac in elementary school. I remember that. And then I'm still on Prozac. I like went through so many different kinds, just like, you know, it's such like a hit or miss thing, right? Like you got to find the one that works for you, like at the time that it works for you, the dose that works for you. And it's like, so that was like tedious. And like, I've been not on any medication. It's good for a little while. And then like, usually something kind of triggers it again, you know, stressful, like transitional period in life, stuff like that. And that's kind of when I realized, like, all right, you know what, like therapy, I'm going to give therapy a shot. So I've seen a lot of different therapists, man.
Okay.
Like, it's hard to find one that you mesh with, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, therapy helps a lot. Honestly, yeah, meditation, gym, working out, like physical exercise, really helps me. And same thing with like breathing and just like taking deep breaths, doing like the nostril breathing, stuff like that. That helps a lot too.
It's fascinating. Fascinating what that stuff does to your body.
It's crazy, man.
Like, we've always been big advocates of, I say, alternative ways to do what's naturally supposed to be done without taking like medication, because he's a little different than me. He's a little bit more, actually, I would say you're way more like, try not to stay, everything natural pretty much is what I'm getting at. Meditation, the nostril breathing, you know, even like stuff like your gut health, which is so important nowadays. But, you know,
Well, it's always been important. It's just the the information's finally coming
I'm
to
just
light.
so bad at it, man. Yeah. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, I am too.
It's not our
clearly,
fault.
but yeah,
It's our
I am
responsibility now, but you know, it wasn't our fault. We didn't
Yeah.
know, dude. Like, no one knew
But-
McDonald's was going to be what it was when we ate it every day in
Kids'
high school.
cuisine
And growing,
dinners, man. I lived off kids' cuisine.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the little penguin?
Yeah.
It was adorable.
It was.
I love the little brownie, even though it only stuck. You only got like half of it
'Cause it stuck to the
couldn't get it
plate.
out.
A banquet dinners.
But no, we're, like I said, we're big advocates for it. So that's something I've been learning a lot about myself recently. The meditation, I never really gave it a good try. I'll be honest, I never gave it a good try, because I was like, how do you just sit there and not do what you're trying? Not like, what do you do? And that's the whole
that's
point.
the key. Yeah.
And, you know, based off the conversation, I know you talked a little bit about it with Nikki on the last podcast about our friend Justin, but the concept of not thinking and just knowing, that like blew our mind.
Yeah.
Did you see that bit?
Not
You
yet.
at least see that
Not
Instagram
yet.
bit? Okay. So long story short, we're going to get into it because I wasn't here.
Go for it.
Our buddy Justin doesn't have the voice in his head.
No voice.
Yeah.
Thoughtless.
He just, so the way I,
Wait,
the
what
way,
voice? No, I'm kidding.
I knew actor.
Good job.
And scene.
Thank you.
But like it like blew our mind when we were in Tampa and he said that, and we were just like, explain this to us. And the concept of just knowing, so I brought it up to the person that I go to see, my therapist, and he has a thick Spanish accent. He's like, oh yes, he's a very intellectual man. And it was so cool to learn that is possible. But you have to kind of go back and retract, like, you know, why are you doing all this in the first place? Because technically we're all born that way for the most part. That's how it's supposed to be.
Without voices in our heads?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
And life and things like that are what make it. And I think we kind of got it the worst because we grew up. So you made a podcast, or sorry, you made a video about this, and it's one of my more favorite videos that you make. When it comes to like realness, you talk about how like as far as our age generation, and I apologize because I don't know how old you are, but we're 32.
I'm 30.
Okay, you're right in there. So like the beginning of cell phones was us. The prime time of when the internet and computers, that was us.
Yep.
MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
AIM Messenger.
AIM, all that stuff. Now
Loved
again,
AIM.
obviously, some of us have turned it into career, side hustles, whatever you want to call it, very important parts of our life. But if you look at the data and the science, it's not good for us.
No.
Financially, it might be, but mentally, no, it's not.
Yeah. the mental toll that's taken.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
But
Well, I will say, number one, thank you very much for sharing all that
Yeah, thank
information.
you. That's
and
awesome,
likewise, you for acknowledging yours. I think it's just incredibly important.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you, man. It's
Thank
not
you.
easy.
I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
It's not easy. And
proud of you guys too.
you've
Yeah.
clearly worked very hard
Men's health.
to work on it. And, I, having dealt with it and dealing with it every day myself, I know how incredibly difficult it is. I still trying to get Vincenz to tell him that therapy is not a bad thing, but he's like, I don't need nobody. He's not Italian, right? I gotta go talk to a shrink. I'm not gonna go talk to a shrink. What are you talking about? Pass the meatballs. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, I started on my mental health journey when I was like 13, and I often joke about it. But everyone, and when I say everyone, excuse me, my teachers and stuff were calling me a disruptor. You're interrupting the class. You're not focusing. You're not getting your homework done. You can't. And I was just like, wanted to crawl out of my skin because I had so much energy. I wanted to entertain. I didn't want to be in class. I'd rather be playing kickball or football or basketball. And a lot of that started to be like, well, he has ADHD. He has ADHD. They wanted to put me on meds, which was way too young to be doing something like that. I personally think that affected my brain development by being on meds at such a young age.
100%.
And as I got older, the panic attacks and the anxiety, and it ebbed and flowed. I had good days. I had bad days. I had times where the fight or flight kicked in and I would literally be like sprinting. I'd go outside and I would like run because I was so scared of the feeling that I was having. And then I had, moments where I've, learned to get there. I just think that the big thing for me was definitely acknowledgement with therapy, talking through some of the traumas and the experiences I've had that have led me there. And then meditation for me was probably the healer of most, of the most of all, because I started trying to meditate about 2015, 16. I was living in Miami. I had made a huge adjustment. I moved down to Florida. I left a relationship that I had been in for 4 years, and new place, new world, new everything. And I felt like I could never get my head to slow down. Even when I was calm, my diet was the best it's ever been. I was getting out in the sun every day. I was having fun. I was social. I was doing all the right things, but my head just felt not okay. So I went to therapy and she was like, hey, you should try meditating. And I felt the same way. What do I do? I just sit there and that's really what it is. And there's no right or wrong reason to it, but it's acknowledgement of everything that I had been through with my panic anxiety that allowed me to live with it and use it as a power and a tool and all that stuff. So anyways, I'm rambling here, but the point of it is I know how difficult that can be. So talking about it, acknowledging it, and working on it is a really awesome thing, man. So good for you.
yeah, good for you, man.
And likewise for you.
Thank
Got
you.
him into therapy and he's been a
I
lot
wouldn't
better
say
since.
you got me in. I got myself in.
Well, excuse me. He started therapy and stuff like that, but I encouraged him to continue.
Little nudge.
Little nudge.
Yeah, I got you.
No, it was always in the back of my mind. It was just one of those things where you just gotta do it, man. Just gotta do it. Just let it happen.
You ever tried yoga?
Yeah, yoga.
I'm just asking. Yeah,
Remember I told you about those tight hamstrings?
Dude, I try yoga. See, it's weird though, because some of me is extremely flexible, but then one day he grabbed.
Hey, yo. You heard that, ladies? Some of him is flexible.
All right.
What do you mean he's married?
Yeah.
You heard that, everybody? He's flexible. I don't know.
I don't think she'll listen to this one anyways. Whatever. I don't even know where we're going with that. Yoga's great. I love yoga. I'm a heavy supporter of yoga. Some of my body can do yoga, the rest can't. My calves.
He does Irish yoga.
Yeah.
Where he drinks a little scorpion outside of the bar. What is your favorite New England state?
Rhode Island. Aside from Massachusetts, obviously. Dude, I love Providence.
Do
I
you really?
do. My friend lives in Providence, yeah, and I absolutely, every time I visit, man, I love it. The pizza pie, 100%.
Wow.
Dude, they got that, the apple pie thing, right? Hate myself for loving it as much as I do. But
The apple pie thing. What am I missing? You're just saying apple pie in general?
Nah, it's like an apple pie pizza.
Where is
But it's got cheese on it, the pizza pie.
Is this a thing that I don't
In
know about
Providence,
in
dude.
Rhode Island?
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
He was like, Dory, you got to try this.
What?
And I was like, what? What are you talking
Vin, you
about?
got to pull that up.
Dude, it's
One day
wild.
we'll have a big enough podcast thing where there's a TV screen. He can pull it all up Rogan and all those fancy people. But
I get their emails. I don't even live there. I get coupons, man.
dude, I get their coops. I get
I
their
love
emails.
it. But it's nah, dude. It's an apple pie on pizza.
All right, so I'm confused.
Yeah.
Do you like Rhode Island or do you just like the apple pizza pie?
A little bit of both.
It
dude, I
sounds
love
like
Rhode
it's got
Island. I
you
love
convinced.
Rhode Island, man.
And you, where else in Rhode Island have you been besides Providence?
Squamicut, Newport.
Wow.
You know, the basic tourist places.
So
right?
rare for a Mass person to be into Rhode Island versus their own state there. But I guess because you're a
Well,
little
dude,
bit more
I'm Massachusetts is first. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I love Mass first, but
Yeah.
Rhode Island close second, man.
Okay. Gotcha. No
And it's
kidding.
small, dude. I can get to anywhere in like 45 minutes.
This is true.
Traffic aside.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I love that. I love that.
You do got to bring a day bag though.
Yeah. Day bag
fine.
always. Anything over 30 minutes, day bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say hypothetically you could add another state. What would you add to New England?
Anywhere in the country.
Anywhere in the country. Any state.
I don't know, dude, honestly.
I thought for sure you were going to say California.
I mean, yeah, but like, that's all the way at the other end. You know what I mean?
Stay on that
That's
side.
big.
gonna
That's
say,
like the
they can
entire
stay
side.
over
Is
there.
that
Stay
the
over
entire
there.
side?
Almost, practically.
I was going to say, I'm not good at geography, man.
What?
I would
But,
say like three
The
quarters.
entire,
of
right?
it.
That's a big
Well, it's
state.
like
There's
Texas and
only
California, the
Washington
two
and
big-
Oregon.
Okay.
No, he's saying only the western side of the country. That's like all California.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Okay, and then there's
Yeah.
what, like Washington and Oregon?
Yeah.
Oregon?
You were correct.
Okay.
Could
Nailed
be
it.
either or, depending on who you're talking to.
True.
True.
But,
Fair.
yeah, no, okay. I mean, that one's a good one. Obviously, like, dude, I don't know, man. I like Michigan.
Oh, cool.
I've never
All right.
been there. It just like it looks cool, like parts of it. Like,
I've
dude,
never
I like
been
Michigan,
there,
but
but
I've never
I mean,
been
why not?
I was like, it's gonna sound stupid, but like, I was watching American Pie like a couple
Okay.
days ago, right? And like,
Great movie.
It just-
Wait a minute. What's up with you and the pies, dude? You're a big pie guy?
yeah, I guess, dude.
Are you taking that apple pizza pie back and giving it the old American Pie treatment or what?
No,
Okay.
I couldn't do that.
And why not? Okay.
You said why not? No, can't do
2-1.
it.
2-1. Rather eat it. Did you pull it up?
Yeah, no, this shit looks bomb.
Dude, it's weird.
Are we going? Where is it? Are we going to get it after
Wickeden
this?
Street.
What?
Wickeden Street.
Ooh.
We're literally on Wickeden Street.
Guess it's close.
All right. Okay. I guess we got to do that.
All right,
Good
so
time.
like,
We're gonna put it
it's
right on
weird
the
though, dude.
camera.
It's like a pizza crust. But It's
Okay.
got like apple pie on it. It's like apples and cinnamon and cheese. The cheese threw me.
Look at that.
Damn.
But every time I'm in Providence,
cheese
dude, I get
threw
like
you.
2 of them and just drive home and like eat one of them and then save the rest. I put another one in the fridge.
That's
But, like,
awesome. That's so cool.
Dude, it's good. But
That's
no,
awesome.
I would say like yeah, dude. I mean, Michigan, like watching American Pie, dude. Like the Great Lakes just looks cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I've never been there.
So then
I
you've
don't know.
never seen pictures of Michigan in the winter.
No,
and
I've
how
seen
awful
that.
it
I've
gets.
seen that.
Yeah. Okay.
But like I don't know, dude.
So you'll just take Michigan and lakes. So we'll take
Yeah, pretty
those.
much.
Have you ever heard of Winnipesaukee in New
Yes.
Hampshire?
I have.
Beautiful lake. Just put it out there.
All right, fair enough. But that's already part of New England,
Yeah.
right? So it's like
100%. All right. So then 2 questions. I want you to rank New England states
okay.
in your order. And then I want you to rank the New England sports teams in order. Start and finish however you wish. That's what she
All
said.
right.
Michael. Sorry.
Michael.
All right. Honestly, Massachusetts first,
Mm-hmm.
just because I'm biased, right? So gotta say it.
Yeah.
Rhode Island second. I really like New Hampshire.
Ooh, this is a hot
New Hampshire's
list.
cool. Maine, Vermont, Connecticut.
Sorry, we said New England states.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's a hot list.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
probably how I would do it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably how I would do it too.
The one thing about Vermont that I like moose. Moose scare the absolute hell out of me.
I've
Things
only
are-
seen like one
They're
They're massive.
in like my
monsters.
entire life. I only saw one crossing the road when I was in New Hampshire when I was a kid, and I thought it was Sasquatch. So
Dude, that's
could have
enough.
been. Honestly, I would have to flip flop. I would do New Hampshire, Massachusetts, then Rhode Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Hampshire is just I love New Hampshire. It's so beautiful
It's
up
cool.
there. And
Wait, what's your list?
New Hampshire, Massachusetts,
Hold on.
Rhode
You
Island,
had me at the first one. Say that again.
New Hampshire,
Is
Massachusetts.
number 1 for you.
New Hampshire's number 1 for me, for sure.
I like that.
Dude, New Hampshire's. I'm a mountain guy though. Like
I
I
get
like.
it.
I love the views.
Board.
Go to Colorado. That'll make you a mountain guy. Do you know
No,
New
thanks.
Hampshire's the
That's
only
like,
other
it's
state
kinda
that
just like a big
has
Vermont.
the same area code for their entirety of the state? 401 Rhode Island, 603 New Hampshire. Those are the
That's
only
a
two
big
states.
state for that.
That's what I said when I found that out too. Yeah.
Wow.
So-
There's a whole lot
so-
of nothing in there.
Wow.
Live free or die, brother. Live free or die.
Exactly. I wonder where that comes from. Okay. Now sports teams.
Sports teams. All right. Patriots, Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox, Revs.
Very accurate.
That's it.
It's a great list.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good.
Close to yours, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah, I was gonna say you had the. I think you put
Pat, Celtics,
Bruins,
Sox, Bruins.
Sox, Bruins.
I probably put, yeah. That's only because I struggle to understand hockey.
see, that's the thing, man. Like, I'll watch the playoffs.
Yeah.
I love the Bruins.
Yeah.
I'll watch games if I go to them. But
Right.
like, I
They
can't
are fun to go
find,
to. That's for sure. Yeah.
It's just cold in there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hockey rinks.
like, yeah.
It's a different place for sure.
That's facts.
Yeah. I always said that about like I honestly, with the exception of when Tom was there, now I'd wholeheartedly rather watch a game at home. Will I ever turn down the concept to go to a game, or if my very well-influenced content creator best friend decides to bring me to a game, I would happily go. But I'd rather just stay at home and watch it because the damn weather, man. He brought me to the Bengals game. It was freaking awesome. But
yeah,
it was
until
about
Ramondre had
negative
his
10.
first fumble of his career with the
Yeah,
Pats on the
it's
3-yard line when we were about to win the game.
It was like negative.
My body
10.
temperature went from like 150 because I was so excited to literally negative 20. I was like, get me out of here.
Yeah. So
That was
I
that
do
was probably the
love-
most pivotal point of the season, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
anyways.
I don't know, but it was definitely a luxury, and I will always happily go and scream my face off and have a great time. But it's a lot harder now that Tom's gone.
Yeah.
I get
But
that.
yeah.
I get that.
That hurts.
But I'd rather go to, like, my point was, Bruins, fun to go to. Red Sox, fun to go to. Plus, they do all the stuff, like, in the intermission when it's technically a commercial.
Mhm.
Like, all the fun stuff they do, especially the Red Sox, Fenway.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Throwing out T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. So,
And it's just Fenway, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so, like,
so-
there's so
yeah.
much history.
Yeah,
there.
the
So
energy in
monumental.
Fenway is unmatched. It's the best.
speaking of how athletic I am, thanks for asking. I did a stadium-a-thon once with our group of friends.
I
Not
don't know,
him.
What is that?
You do a Spartan race, but in a stadium. We did it at Fenway.
I thought you said a stadium.
Yeah, it's a stadium.
No, I didn't hear that M. Like,
Oh, oh.
stadium.
Yeah,
I was like,
we
oh.
ran through Fenway.
That's sick.
It was freaking cool.
And you said state, and I was like, you're running through states?
Oh yeah,
That's
sorry,
crazy.
no, sorry. I don't have the good accent.
Rhode Island's small, but I think it's going to take you a while, bro.
It would take a month at
Oh.
least.
Don't pass.
What's your
Sorry.
go-to dunks order?
Medium ice regular.
Classic.
Donuts, sandwiches, snacks.
Boston cream.
Ooh.
Egg and cheese on a croissant, man.
Ooh.
You're a
Cheese on
croissant guy.
Love croissants.
Same bacon, egg, and cheese, double egg for me.
Ooh. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
$2.70
Okay.
on the app.
Know what I'm
if
doing
you
tomorrow.
Order ahead. Well, I get the double egg, double meat, so it's.
Okay.
But I go turkey.
this guy also Uber Eats it to himself.
No, I don't. I go pick it up. Where do you get these? You just make
Unbelievable.
stuff up. Does he do this when you guys are out too?
No.
Okay.
I only treat you like this.
That's special, though.
I know.
That's
Elijah, what's the future of your content look like? Do you have any goals, places that you're, brands you're trying to work with, or some, milestones you want to hit, or something like that?
Honestly, dude, I just I want to work with clothing brands. I feel like that'd be
Okay,
cool. Don't know what, but like clothing brands, dude. I love clothes. So
Nice.
I got an issue with shopping. It's not great.
Same,
Oh,
same.
okay.
Yeah.
What's your go-to?
Nikes.
Nikes. Oh, okay. Well, what are those dunks? Is that what they call those?
Yeah.
That you're rocking right now? Well, we don't have the camera, so they won't be able to see them. But if you want to lift your foot up,
And that's
give
for
'em
my
free foot
OnlyFans.
content.
Well,
I can't do it.
I might have known that. You also have is it a link tree? Is that what you guys do?
Yeah.
You have something besides merchandise on there. A link to something. Tell me about it. Tell us about it. Tell the pod.
I don't know.
What's on there, dude?
Yeah, wait.
Little bracelet action. Tell us about that.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah.
jewelry brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. No, that was
Because there was
I
some.
don't even remember it.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. I thought it was
My
cool.
man
I
got
was
updated
like,
his link tree.
I was
That
like,
was,
I want to ask because some
yeah,
of the
no,
stuff on there was
gotta-
really nice.
It was, man. I got like it was cool. It was like good jewelry.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I don't wear it for like work though. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's gonna get stuck in someone's hair. I'm
Yeah.
like really
Oh, yeah.
terrified. I'm just gonna yank somebody's hair with like a bracelet or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, man, like I don't know. I love watches.
Awesome.
It'd be cool to work with a watch company.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah. Future other stuff, dude. Like what I'm just riding the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Love
love
that. Cool. All right. Well, where can everybody find you, man? What's your social handles for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that jazz? So look right in the camera and tell them.
At Elijah Boivin for TikTok, and then it's at Elijah Boivin Music for Instagram.
Awesome. Anything else you want to tell the audience?
Just happy to be here.
Positive vibes only, baby.
Awesome.
Only good vibes, man.
Awesome. All right, guys, that's going to conclude episode 8 of the So New England podcast. Thank you for tuning in and listening wherever you watch or listen to the podcast. I'm Ian, RJ, Vin on the production, our amazing guest, Elijah. And remember, guys, life's better in New England.